Hi, I'm Pan, and I am the writer and artist for this webcomic called Play Pretend that is currently in the Webtoons Discover section. Now, if you would like to read it, it'll be in the links down below. It's about a fanfiction writer who befriends a florist in order to use him as reference for her BL fanfiction. So links are down below if you'd like to read it, but this video in particular is a video on how I color because I feel like a lot of people would like to know that for some reason, and it would be something very helpful and something that I wish I would have saw back when I was starting out. So just a quick backdrop, I have been making webcomics for around a year. This story in particular, a year now. I've been making webcomics here and there. Nothing serious, it's just like tiny comics you just post online. Nothing like a storyline. So this is my first story-based comic in which I've learned so much from. So how I color is, as you can tell from watching the video, the main character is in pink, and if you look at the layer section, there's actually a layer called CF, which for me is color fill. And in lasso tool, there are the two white squares are the ones that I've chosen to use because if you can tell by how I'm selecting things, I let go and I click and I let go, select, click, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And also, because I'm doing that, as you can tell, I'm more careful with where I select in the pink than where I select in the white, because later on everything in the white will be deleted. It's just a very fast way for me to be able to like select and then know where not to care and where to care. And the where to care isn't as much because I know that it's just one area compared to the where not to care, which I can just be willy-nilly about, which you'll see more as this tutorial goes on or this video goes on. But selecting the colors, typically I have two colors selected and I do two of, and then I move on. Like the hair and skin, I do those two and then go on to the next panel and the next panel. This is the only time I'm just going to do an all for one on one panel. Do you know what I mean? Like color everything one by one. This is just for video purposes, in essence. But typically on a typical webcomic coloring day, I do the hair and skin because those are the two more important areas, and I go from layer 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 just doing the hair and skin, and then I go through everything and do their clothes, all the little tiny things, so on and so forth. This mainly is just how my workflow goes because it's just a lot easier. Now I'm clicking CF and I'm inversing it, and I'm just going through each of the layers and just deleting the extra, because that's the whole point of the color fill, is just so that I can just save where is to be colored. Now for the eye area, I'm just going to select where I need to do the eyes, and then I'm going to layer lock it after I filled it. And I picked the one where I can only color within the area that I've already put down. So the eye white, and then I was able to put the shadowing because of the layer lock, even though the lasso tool was outside. It'll show again with the hair or with the skin, but again, this is just to save time so that I don't have to be super detailed and exact while I'm going through everything. It makes coloring a lot easier and saves me time because I don't have to be super detail oriented with where I'm putting my lasso selection. Pretty much my whole color thing is just shortcut keys. Control backspace, Alt backspace, and then selection, Control D, Control select inverse. It's just very simple, and it's pretty much muscle memory at this point because I've done this for over a year technically. The link that I put down below is for the contest version, which is the redrawn version of Play Pretend because the old one is kind of bad. But as you can tell, now I'm just working on the hair, and the hair isn't very much the hard part. But because of the layer lock, I don't have to really worry. You can also tell by how I'm going to do the skin. everywhere that I select, even if I go outside of the white lines, it won't show when I fill in the color. It won't show on the white area or anywhere that's not the skin, because I locked the layer, which is the best part about this whole layer locking thing. It's just convenient and smart and really easy, and I don't have to waste time and do things, and that's the main point. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy this video. There really isn't a lot to talk about how I color flat and color panel, because I do everything very, very simple, because the story isn't a high drama kind of story. It's kind of like a light-hearted, romantic slice of life kind of story, and I wanted that to portray in the colors also, which was why the colors are kind of warm and have pink undertones, and the shading isn't super serious and detail oriented, because it's fun, it's lighthearted, it's a simple story that I want people to enjoy. So if you would like to read my story and be wonderful and lovely, then the links will be down below, and I hope you subscribe and comment on the webcomic, because you'll read the webcomic, right? Anyways, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!